I'm glad you're along with us now. It is 7:10, and it is time on His Radio with Rob and Liz, Lizz's Ugly Bakery. It might not look pretty, but it tastes great.
Well, I hope it tastes great this week. We'll ask TJ in a few minutes. But, so it's not exactly the prettiest thing that you'll ever see. Okay.
What's wrong with it? Why is it not pretty?
It's just not. I think bars, to me, are just sort of boring to look at. But it's this should excite you right here. Banana pudding cheesecake bars. So I'll tell you what ended up in the trash. The first recipe that I've put on the blog, the Blondie recipe, is horrible. I'm just going to put it out there. Horrible, all caps.
She didn't even bring it in. It's so bad, evidently.
It is in the trash. Like, I looked at it as it was baking, and I'm like, it's not rising. I don't know what's happening. So, yeah, it ended up in the trash. I found another Blondie recipe that I went with because what this is mashed up banana, a little flour, some sugar. That makes the crust. So you're making the Blondie, right? Then the top is banana cream pudding.
Okay.
That you buy. It's instant pudding from Jell-O. And you mix that with cream cheese and some vanilla and some sugar, and boom, you're good. Homemade whipped cream is mixed up in there as well. But I made 2 crusts because TJ in our video department said, I don't like blondies. He didn't even know what a blondie was, which I get.
Are you serious? You didn't know what it was and you already judged it?
I never said I didn't like it to begin with.
I
just said I didn't know what it was.
No. I explained it's sort of like a vanilla brownie.
And I went, oh.
No, it was more.
It as me not liking it.
It was more. Oh. Like, ew. Sort of an O and an ew together. So, anyway, I made a a vanilla wafer crust. But I also made the Blondie crust. He's actually going to try both.
And she did top it with a vanilla wafer.
I did.
That's the cherry on top.
Yes.
That's the vanilla wafer on top.
All right, so we have to see how this is this week. Because I think it's a banana pudding. Who doesn't like banana pudding?
Mm-hmm. So we have taste testers or reviewers for you. They are Ian and TJ from the video department, our producers. Okay, so we'll start with TJ. What do you say, TJ?
Well, it ain't bad.
Oh, my goodness.
No, I'm just kidding. It's really good.
Okay. What?
He likes it.
It's really good. Like, it's the one with the Blondie, too. So, like,
he likes it.
It's...
Hey, yay.
I don't even know how to describe it. Like, it's like banana manna from heaven.
That's literally what I was just...
Banana manna from heaven?
That was from TJ, who usually does not like what Liz brings to the Ugly Bakery. This is like a breakthrough.
Right, because he is very particular. He doesn't like nuts. He doesn't like chocolate. He doesn't...
Like anything.
A lot of things.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is literally like if you want to have banana pudding, but you want it in a more holdable, chewable form, this is perfect. Like, it's the entire banana pudding experience. Like the vanilla wafer
experience
that you made, what was it, the crust, what'd you call it?
Yes. Yeah, vanilla wafer crust.
Is exactly what it's like to have vanilla wafer in the banana pudding. So it's, by all accounts, love it.
Okay.
So I'm watching the hips.
Yeah.
So I'll take a little tiny bite.
Okay.
Let me try this.
And you got the one with the Blondie crust.
Okay.
Which Ian is dying to try as well.
Holy cow, this is good.
Is it really?
Oh, my.
Oh, yay!
Wow.
And the thing is, it is a really simple recipe. So instead of taking a normal banana pudding to your covered dish next time, take this.
Okay.
Yeah.
You might be interested in what this is. So if you are, go to the Rob and Liz blog. It's at my mouth is watering. It's at HISRadio.com.
That's a good thing.
Just click on Rob and Liz. You'll see Liz's Ugly Bakery. You will have this recipe for yourself.
His Morning Crew.
After hearing about these 2, not cobras, but python snakes falling from a dude's ceiling onto his floor, we started thinking about the critters that could be around in your abode. And you should see the text and the calls that are coming in. It's Rob and Liz, by the way, His Radio, 800-447-7234.
Well, Abraham said he works in the pest control industry, and I can assure you there is a snake in every house.
Oh, stop it, Abraham.
You just don't see them.
Oh, come on, no. That's not true.
Robin said, I had a time when some type of large bird must have scooped up a snake for its dinner, but then ended up dropping the snake. It literally fell out of the sky, landed right next to me, missing her by inches.
No way.
That's like snakes on a plane or something like that. Just coming
Really,
out.
right?
No.
That's funny.
No, it's not funny.
Okay, that's hilarious.
No.
That's a knee slapper.
No, that freaks me out.
And hearing, I now, Abraham, I'm not making fun of you.
Yeah.
Because he does a great work making sure, since he's in pest control,
right.
that gets. But wow, every house, really?
I would tend to agree with
No,
Abraham.
I don't have a snake in my house.
Really, Rob?
Yeah.
I bet you do. Do you have a crawl space underneath your home?
Nope.
Okay, maybe
No crawl
Attic?
space. Yeah, of course.
Maybe. Garage?
Yeah.
Oh, that's where you work out.
Yeah, that's not going to bother me.
Watch the jump rope.
If the well, then there you go.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Critter Talk this morning at 800-447-7234. Literally, you may have seen this in the news. Pythons fell through a dude's ceiling. 2 of them. He's safe. They came and got him. But we started thinking about maybe something similar with a critter happened to you in your homestead at 800-447-7234.
Heather, she said we had frogs crawl up through our toilet.
The toilet? The toilet? Well, that'll make you jump.
A little bit.
You're right.
Like I'm like, how did that happen?
That's a surprise when you're doing business and there's a frog.
Yeah, it's a little surprise. Yeah, something happened at Tammy's daughter's place of employment. This was on Monday. She sent us a picture and said, this was in the bank vault on Monday. It is a very long snake, at least from my perspective. Of course, like I say, a 4-inch snake, very long snake to me, but this looks like 3 feet.
That was this week?
Yes, it was
this
on
Monday?
Yes. And I asked her, I was like, is that a snake or a snake skin? She said, an actual snake. Her daughter is the one who got it out of the bank for them.
No way. Oh, that's a cool daughter.
Yeah, right. And they found it at the end of the day. No telling where it had been before.
Oh, no.
And I can't tell what kind of snake it is, but
it's pretty, whatever it is, because they sent us a picture.
those two things don't go together. Pretty.
Donna's with us at 800-447-7234. What happened to you, Donna?
Well, we lived in Chiang Mai, Thailand for about a year, and it was very common for geckos to live inside the walls of your home. And it was nice because they ate the mosquitoes and bugs that tried to get into the house. And we didn't mind them. They were very friendly. At night, they would come out and crawl along the walls and the ceiling. I was fine with that until one of them dropped off the ceiling and landed on my head as I stepped out the door.
And then what?
Well, I was no longer friendly with them. I stayed away from them, and they stayed away from me. But imagine my surprise. So these people who bring geckos home for their children, I'd be happier with a rat. I just don't think I could do the little lizard.
Well, let me guess. Geico is not your thing for insurance.
No. Interestingly enough, that is our insurance. I probably need to talk to them.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
All of a sudden, you're just sitting in your kitchen, and the drop ceiling you have in your kitchen, if you have a drop ceiling, all of a sudden, 2 python snakes drop to the ground, 50 pounds each. They're big boogers. They're no longer in the house. A snake catcher came and got them, and they're fine. It's really wild. You probably saw that on social media. Happened in Australia. It's Rob and Liz on His Radio. Starting to think about the critters that you've run into at times.
Dee Dee says there was a snake that was in our house. We'd actually heard a mouse. We were trying to catch it for about a week, but evidently the snake wanted the mouse too. They caught him. She sent a picture, and it looks like, I asked her if it was a cake top. It's a food processor top that she got him with. There's no way I would have stuck around for that. And then Ray said once he had a squirrel fall down in a cavity inside the wall while he was making breakfast for the family. So he didn't realize that squirrels could cry. Oh,
And it was crying in the wall?
It was crying. And
Because it got stuck?
Yes. So at the end of the day, he cut a hole in the bottom of the wall because the old squirrel couldn't get out. And so Ray saved the day.
All
for the
right,
squirrel.
Ray.
I know.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Anna, what about you? You're on His Radio.
Over the summer, I was walking to the bathroom, and we have those floors, that are kind of those oak floors. Well, I had stepped on something, and it shot up my leg. Something shot up my leg. I looked down. I had stepped on a snake in my house.
What did you do?
I screamed and then screamed a little louder.
What kind of dance were you doing at that point? Because this thing you said went up your pant leg.
I stepped on its tail, so I guess I scared the poop out of him, maybe. I was dancing. I think I don't know what I was doing, but I screamed and screamed and screamed, and then my husband threw a container at it, and then it proceeded to slide and slither into the linen closet.
And then you burned the house and moved.
That is exactly what happened next.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Talking about them critters that got in the way of life at some point for you.
We have text coming in, and it's just skeeving me out a little bit. So Michelle said at her former job, she walked out of the office door and a snake fell on top of her.
No.
On top of
No.
her. She jumped around so much that when she stepped on it, she killed it by accident.
Whoops.
Oh, why'd you say in the same place? Anyway, Charisma, she said, had this bad boy, and she sent me a picture of it. I'll tell you what it is in a minute.
What is it?
It jumped on her when she moved her couch, and she said, I'm pretty sure I saw Jesus. It was a very, very large spider. I don't even know what kind, but it was under the couch.
I wonder if that's a wolf spider.
Nope.
You don't like spiders, eh?
I don't like any kind of critters. And then Jeannie said there was a snake that was removed from my kitchen vent hood by her daughter-in-law's nephew. He wrangled with it for 3 hours, and then they relocated it. And I said, I hope it was very, 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 very far away. And she said, about a mile. She hears they don't travel far.
Oh, yes, they do.
A mile?
A mile.
No.
A 3-hour wrangle out of the hood of the...
How did it get in the
That's
kitchen
great.
vent hood, though?
Oh, they can do anything.
They can, but
They
I don't want to
slither
know
around.
that. So I'm thinking I'm never cooking again.
Oh,
Never.
yes, you will. Yes, you will. Jonathan is here at 800-447-7234. What happened, Jonathan?
I used to work with a tree company, and we were clearing some power lines, and one of the limbs or trees had baby squirrels in it. So each of us there was 3 baby squirrels, so each of us got 1. I wound up with 2, and I took them home to take care of them and raise them so that they could live.
You adopted squirrels. How long did you have them?
Unfortunately, they got out of the little cage that we had and just scurried off, but maybe a month or 2.
Had you named them?
No, we didn't name them.
Because if you name them, then you can't ever get rid of them, right?
This is true.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
Just in case you have not heard about this yet, and maybe you have because it has been on social media, there is this horrific TikTok challenge that is not really good for our teenagers. It's Rob and Liz on his radio. It's like this Benadryl thing that's going on. I don't know if you've heard about it yet, but if you have, this might be some older news for you. But if you haven't, maybe you're grateful that you're hearing this now.
Definitely.
But the challenge is take a certain amount of Benadryl for the teenagers.
A lot.
And way too much. It's dangerous too much. But they're spelling out in this challenge how much to take and how it will make you feel. And then post yourself on this thing. And it is really dangerous. I mean, it's so dangerous that it could damage their heart or even their liver. I mean, not their liver, but their kidneys.
Yes, their kidneys.
Yeah, so it's a really dangerous challenge. There was a 15-year-old in Oklahoma, they said, that took the challenge and didn't make it. She passed away.
Well, they're saying that the kids are doing it because they've been in quarantine, since the pandemic, that they're bored and they're looking for something to do. And unfortunately, what they're doing is they're going on social media and they're looking for, which has become kind of our lives, unfortunately, likes, follows, hearts, whatever, comments. And that's what they're looking for. They're looking for that stimulation. So they're trying any challenge that comes around. We've heard about some of those other challenges in the past that have been extremely dangerous. And this is one of those.
So you might want to check your Benadryl, just in case there's a teen in your house that just likes to take those kind of silly challenges.
Right. And, I don't think that my kids would do it, but we all think that. We think my kid won't.
You never know.
Well, and I had to buy Benadryl in the last couple of weeks for our dog who has allergies. And so I did go get the Benadryl when I heard about this and put it away.
put it somewhere they couldn't find it.
Well, that they wouldn't even think to find it.
Good.
You know, I hate to hide things, but I'm going to do it to keep them safe.
You're the parent. You got to keep your kids safe, you know? And maybe if your teenager doesn't do it, maybe their friends are into that kind of stuff. So just know, just something, just in case you haven't heard of it just yet. Yeah. We're in this thing together, right?
Mm-hmm. Rob and Liz.
His Morning Crew.
Looks like Google is coming out on some Android tablets with Google Kids. So it's a kid-friendly mode for your kids so that they don't wander off and get to some place accidentally.
Oh, so they're not allowed to. It keeps them within?
Keeps them in a kid mode.
Good.
Yes, and
I
so
like
it's
that.
all kid stuff.
Okay.
But it's on certain Android tablets right at the moment. It's not on everything right now. So if you have an iPhone, I'm sorry it's not going to work, at least for the moment. But Google says it's going to allow children to become explorers of the things that they love. So apps and books and other materials. They have a tablet now called the Lenovo. I think I said that right. It's the Lenovo Tab M10 HD, and it's about $130 for the thing. Those tablets should be coming out soon with the Google Kids function on it.
Well, if you're going to find, a tablet for your child, $130, I mean, that's kind of right there, right?
Well, some
Exactly.
iPads are a whole lot more expensive than that.
Sure, that is true. But to keep your kids safe, because this is it. Does it look like it's primarily for maybe elementary or early middle school kids? Possibly?
Yeah, well, some of the stuff is young.
Okay,
so.
yeah. So that'd be $130. That's a good investment to keep them safe and keep them entertained. Looks like a lot of Sesame Street stuff and how to draw your best friend.
Certain apps just for them. So just for the kids with Google Kids, it's coming out, but that's on some Android tablets right now.
Rob and Liz.
His Morning Crew.
Wonder how much chocolate you've had since March. It's Rob and Liz, his Morning Crew on his radio. Now, I'm so sorry if you want your chocolate. There seems to be a shortage.
Yeah, because everybody's eating it.
Yeah.
It's skyrocketed.
It sure has.
We are, the overall candy market grew like by 4%, which to me doesn't sound like a lot, but when you think about it, it's huge. That's a lot of candy.
That is a lot of candy.
But that's overall. That's Skittles. That's, everything. Okay, so chocolate, what gets me about what I read was premium chocolate. That's the expensive stuff, right? Ghirardelli or whatever it's called in Lindt, 12.5%. That's huge.
In sales.
In sales. So how much, have you had extra chocolate?
Me?
Yeah.
Not at all.
I wouldn't think so.
I'm not a chocolate guy.
You don't
and
like
I can't,
chocolate?
I like it.
Oh, okay.
But I've never been a guy that has to run to it and go, I need my chocolate.
Yeah.
That's just not me. I've never been that. Now, if you would say a bag of chips, that would be me.
Right.
But not chocolate. So I'm not.
I like chocolate.
I'm sorry that there's a shortage.
Well, I'm not looking for it now. I'm on a program, so I'm not looking for it right now.
Hey, listen, you'd be proud of Liz. She's been working hard, really hard.
I've been trying.
Our watches are attached, and so I see her activity rings close every afternoon. There's a little workout. My watch goes ding.
So, when my watch goes off that says Rob Dempsey has finished a workout, 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah. And then I start my second one.
I know.
I'm going till 4:30.
I'm like drinking my cup of coffee like, you got to be kidding me.
What's wrong with this guy? Well, I ain't sitting around eating chocolate, I'll tell you that.
His Morning Crew.
There is a nurse that had worked at Greenville Hospital System in Greenville, South Carolina, as well as Bon Secours St. Francis. She'd worked there for about 30 years, always worked third shift, loved by her patients, loved by her community. She worked in the ICU all that time. Her name, Patricia Edwards. Unfortunately, her family was struck by COVID earlier this year. Her mom passed away from COVID, and Patricia has just passed away from COVID. But let me tell you, she has left a legacy to, like I say, the hospital system, her family, the community, so much so that those around the community started reaching out to her family members and saying, sending cards and flowers and letters and, probably social media posts and all this type of thing, because during her employment as a nurse, her career as a nurse, she also helped family members get through breast cancer. And she was always working with her family members and our community members to help them have a better life, a more joyful life. While her daughter was so inspired by all of this that she has now started a scholarship in her mom's name.
Oh,
It's
that's so
called,
good.
I know, the Patricia Nurse Pat Edwards Nursing Scholarship. And so it's going to be offered to college juniors and seniors who are trying to get that nursing degree as well.
Her name lives on. Her legacy lives on. And her kids and all these students in years to come.
Yeah, an incredible legacy.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
Walmart is so serious of taking over Amazon's business that they're doing free delivery on like over 160,000 items. It's Rob and Liz, his radio. Maybe you've heard of it. It's Walmart Plus, or the big W Plus, and it's coming at some point.
Yeah, it's been announced they are offering not only that free delivery, they're also doing the scan and go thing.
What's that?
So if you are walking down the aisle, you've got, I guess you have to have their app. You scan it, and you can pay for it right there on your phone. Never have to go through a cash register. Boom. Yeah.
That does sound great, but how do you police that?
I don't know.
You put it in your cart, just walk out?
I guess you do.
Scan it and walk?
I guess so.
Huh.
I really don't. I hadn't thought about that.
Because if it's like in a normal Walmart,
Yeah.
that sounds like that would be hard to figure out who's paid and who hasn't, and how many people are going to try to take advantage of it. Just put stuff in a basket and walk out. Where at these Amazon Go stores, that's different. There is no cash register.
Right. So it's the only way you can do it.
Yeah,
right?
you walk in and your app sees that you're in the store. Whatever you pick up off the shelf, you don't even have to scan. At these Amazon Go type stores, then you walk out, you've already paid for it.
Well, maybe because if you've been to Walmart recently, they will look at your receipt a lot of times.
They do, yeah.
Yeah, so
Sometimes
maybe it's
they
the
don't.
same. You have to show your bar scan or something, a receipt on your phone.
That just sounds like it's a lot of work
That does
to
sound...
make sure that, hey,
Yeah.
this guy has paid for it.
Yeah. But their new service, their new subscription service, you're going to get some discounts like on their gas. You know, some of the Walmarts have gas stations, but
I've got gas too.
yeah, that's different. $98 a year for a membership or $12.95 a month. But I'm thinking, just me, I already have the Amazon Prime.
What do you need the other for?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So if you want to get my business, I don't know, maybe buy out my membership. I don't know. I'm just thinking.
Look at this.
I'm trying to,
A membership buyout.
Well, I mean, say, try my membership for free for a couple of months.
They'll probably do that.
Maybe.
And then they got you locked in because you forgot that you gave them your credit card information to get the free.
That does happen.
It happens all the time.
Yeah.
That's why I don't do it.
Yeah. Happened to me earlier this week on a company, and I tried to call them. And yeah. So we're still working on that, but whatever. Just make sure you remember.
Yes. The moral of the story, huh?
Yeah.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
So,
Yeah.
porch pirates.
Oh man, that is terrible.
There's a family that they had food.
Oh, on the porch it was.
And it was dog food.
Okay.
And it was on the back porch.
Okay.
And so here's all these boxes, and the porch pirate is caught on the security cam, only taking the box with the dog food in it.
Why?
And just went back into the woods with it. Just took
Ran
it.
off into the woods after stealing dog food.
Yeah. It's a little tiny black bear.
Oh.
Literally. I don't know how it knew that there was food in just this. It was Chewy's.
It was from
Chewy.
Chewy.com.
Chewy.com is right on the box.
Oh my
and there's this
goodness.
little black bear. And it comes right onto the porch. There's other boxes on the porch. One's I think it might have went into that box too. One's just completely open with stuff on the ground. And then the bear literally with its mouth grabs the corner of this Chewy.com box that has dog food in it and takes it off across the yard and goes right into the woods and disappears.
That is the cutest thing. It really is. I mean, I don't want to see a black bear on my back porch, but at the same time, how cute was that?
Mm-hmm.
Goldilocks must have been out there.
Something.
Yeah. Oh.
Something. Little black bear. Probably just bringing some food back to its mom.
Yeah. Okay. I don't
Making
like
the
porch pirates,
porridge.
but I like that one.
You do?
Yeah.
They still are out dog food.
It's okay.
Became
Unless
bear
they come back
food.
for more and bring mama.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
I hear there's some really exciting news. super exciting news that Liz cannot control herself and contain herself. It's Rob and Liz on His Radio.
Even though I'm probably not going to take part so much because it's not my thing, but Krispy Kreme, they have introduced all of their pumpkin spice donuts.
So they make that stuff in a donut now.
They do. And evidently they have many different versions of this donut. You can get the original glazed pumpkin spice.
Okay.
The pumpkin spiced cinnamon roll donut. And I got a because I might like that one.
You might like that one?
Like that. Anything
So
with
when the hot
roll.
and fresh sign comes on, you're pulling in.
I may
Okay.
for that one. Okay, the pumpkin spice cake donut. And then there is a pumpkin spice cheesecake donut. Did you hear that?
Someone reacted. Who was that?
I think it was Ian.
I'm sorry. It's pumpkin spice with a cheesecake filling. Oh my goodness.
I was like, yes, take
And he's
me
the
there.
skinniest guy around.
I know, right? We're all jelly of him. But
No, cheesecake, not jelly filling.
oh, come on,
Cheesecake filling.
no. But it is on sale now.
Oh, really?
So you can get your pumpkin spice on at Krispy Kreme.
Which is the one you like?
I don't know that I would like it, but it sounds pretty delicious. Pumpkin spice cinnamon roll donut. And it looks like a cinnamon roll, but it may have a layer of like some sort of pumpkin spice on top.
And it tastes like pumpkin.
Supposedly.
Okay.
And I don't mind pumpkin. I like pumpkin pie, that kind of thing.
Well, I eat that. I love that.
Yeah.
I like it too much. I have to stay away from it. I'm
Right?
glad it's only around once a year.
That's the thing. And I am honestly glad that Krispy Kreme is across town from where I live. Makes it a little harder to see the sign.
Takes about a minute for you to get there, huh?
Yeah. But I did find that they have a skinny latte. So I'm very excited about that.
Oh, wow.
So maybe I can fill my sugar need with that.
Okay, so a skinny latte and this
Pumpkin spice
cake
cinnamon
pumpkin
roll
thingy, huh?
cheesecake.
His morning crew.
Sorry to mention this, but you know about the whole social distancing thing and people are at home.
Yeah.
So blockbuster movies have become a big thing, and so now they've rated like the best Hollywood blockbusters of all time. It's Rob and Liz on His Radio.
Well, how many times have you been on social and somebody says, somebody please share a good movie or a good TV show? So now people are going back to the day. So shortlist.com came up with the best of all time. You want to guess number 5? Anything? I know. The Matrix.
The Matrix?
Yeah.
And what do you think about that?
I was not a fan of The Matrix. I mean, I saw it, and I really am a fan of Keanu and certain things, but I didn't.
Okay.
Not so much.
Okay. Oh, here's the list.
Okay.
So what did you think of The Dark Knight?
I liked it.
Okay.
But I'm not. I like superheroes that are a little fun.
All right. What did you think about Jurassic Park?
I really enjoyed that.
Did
That was the original
Yeah.
Jurassic Park.
What did you think about the Raiders of the Lost Ark?
Very, very good.
Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you think about Star Wars?
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
Amazing. You liked that one, huh?
I did. It's number 1.
It's number 1.
Number
that's
1 on
there.
the list. I'm surprised it's not Empire Strikes Back.
But it's the original Star Wars.
It is A New Hope, which is I'm so confused by the whole Star Wars franchise sometimes.
Oh, and how it works?
Well, because it's number 4, actually.
In the story.
Yes, in the story.
But it's the first movie.
But it was the first one made in
Right.
like 77 or something.
Yeah,
like that,
but the first chapter of the story is the fourth movie
Phantom
that came out.
Menace or whatever.
Yeah, it's the fourth movie that
Yeah,
came out.
yeah.
So,
So no one is confused right now about that at all. But
No.
yeah. So those, if you're looking for some really good movies, maybe Star Wars is your
yeah.
thing.
And what did you think about Star Wars?
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
That's what I thought.
I don't like you very much right now. No, I do. I love you.